What up, everybody? Coming to you live. Welcome to the Sounds and Sights stream with your host, Nick Signs. And today, on this little itty-bitty mini stream, what we're going to do is I'm just taking a much heavier song, a little bit of tear out dubstep slash acoustic guitar ballad. It's a vibe. But essentially the main drop section is a bit, it needs a little bit of work. There are definitely some interesting parts, and I want to just kind of fuse them together in a way that kind of feels cohesive and makes sense for this song. Because this isn't just a tear out dubstep crazy song for the sake of it being a tear out dubstep crazy song. It belongs in the story of the song, which is intensity. So that's the way that I want to express this intensity here. So you're going to see it's pretty gnarly. But basically we're going to find a way to take the build, the build is already sounding sick. We just want to take the drop and then find a way to kind of ease out of it. I found a little bit of a way earlier with like some almost like filtered hard style kind of shit. But anyway, let's see. Hey, what's up, Ephraim? Just doing a little bit of, this is going to be a little bit more of an intense sound session. So a little bit harder music. But that's what it is. So anyway, so we're doing a little bit of like tear out dubstep style stuff.
Only wanted me to stay, just to see me bleed out of my eyes, just waiting here to die for you. It's how it is. Now you're gonna see me, gotta save me. Only wanted me to stay. Now you're gonna see me.
I almost want to see what this sounds like. Bass chunkies. Where's my... Almost sounds so... Let's see, so where is that? Oh. We'll call this, let's see. Oh, thank you, man. It was like this when I found it. I love that name. Yeah, man, this drop is pretty nuts. Kind of a little bit like, oh man. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just as nuts as I could humanly make it. So I'm kind of learning myself even just like the real fundamentals of tear out dubstep, and like that sustained bass underneath the guns where it goes chun 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 on top of can really, is basically the entire sauce of this whole thing. And I have like a scream where I'm going, yeah, cut out. Tremolo, cut out. Like maybe the, what's it called? Like the in-between, like where, like in between the drop. Maybe. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. This is still a majorly work in progress. I'm really just trying to like get some cool pieces, put them together. But this is something I want to play with. This like, because I don't know, it's sounding just a little bit like it's just too much. It's too distorted. Oh, not to worry. Any feedback is welcome. That's a whole heck of a lot cleaner sounding. So let's see what that sounds like with these guys. And what I want to do, this is what I wanted to do to make things a little cleaner, theoretically. So I'm going to do is sidechain shaper box. Let's sidechain we want shaper box 3. Add another one. So this one's going to react to the tear out gun. So basically every time, all right, so let's set this up. Sidechain, boop, shape. We want it maybe a quick buddy. And we're going to say, hey, for every, you're going to react to the whole spectrum, or maybe the bass. No, let's say the whole thing. You're going to react to the whole spectrum, which is basically whenever the, let's see, we want the gun, tear out gun. Whenever the tear out gun hits, we want you to duck a little bit. Oh yeah, that makes it so much cleaner. Check it out. This is the before and after. So no side chaining. And then with side chaining the gun. Oops. Yeah, the transient of the gun hits through a lot more clearly, which is kind of the whole point. So that's dope. Let's see maybe even just the high end. Oh no, sorry, that's the input. We want to say, we want this to maybe just do the high end. Interesting. Let's see how that sounds all together. That sounds kind of sick, actually. So. And then that sounds pretty cool. And then maybe like a different kind of sustain, because we already used that once. So let's go ahead and try something different. Let's say we want to take the same logic and say, hey, keep that shaper box going. So a lot of these are just presets that I'm just kind of like messing around with. Excellent sound, so literally XLENT, or sorry, XLNT. They have a preset pack that I've just been messing around with. Oh no, wait, they had a different one that I downloaded. Yeah, whatever. All right, let's just play around with it a little bit, see what we have. So we want like a sustain bass. Do they have a way of? No, they don't have sustains labeled in such a way. All right, well, let's play around with it a little bit, see what we can do. Well, that's kind of interesting. Let's keep, oops, that's the sidechain. Let's keep messing around with it, see what we get. But that's a keeper. I'm going to screenshot that. Oh, where'd you go? Screenshot. Bop. Okay. Oh shit, I like that a lot, actually. Let's see if we can play around with it a little bit. Let's see what's actually happening kind of in. That's pretty cool sounding. Ooh, I'm going to save that. Boop. Nick version. Sweet. Take a screenshot of that for later. Let's see what we can do. Let's try another sustain. That wasn't actually what I was intended. The kicks at the start of the silences between the gun. Maybe pull those out. Kicks at the start of the silences. Maybe elaborate. Sorry, the kicks at the start of the silences between the gun. Like maybe not just have it be just the guns, like just take out some of the kick after that initial one. I don't care. Give it a try. If that's what you meant, I can potentially see a case for it. just like a little bit, because the kick is triggering heavily the sidechain, so maybe it just kind of lets the kick, maybe lets the guns breathe a little bit. Yeah, why not? We'll keep that. Let's do. I'm liking all these. So basically, the structure is there, which is, we have the guns going, we have the, we have the sustain. It's there. Let's try. That could be kind of cool. Let's play around with the pitch bend here. Why not? Oh, this is already automated. Let's see, we're just having fun at this point. I'm just playing around. Only percussion decay. Oh, that feels it's cut out for the. I think I hear what you're saying. You like the squelch? Nice. Maybe it adds a little bit of movement too, like just kind of something to kind of look forward to, because the tear out guns and everything, like it's some of the times like people will pitch it down like, and it kind of gives you that, that movement, like thing you're looking forward to. And right now, I guess if it's the same note the whole time, there's nothing to like, there's not a whole lot to like, that you're leaning into this other sound. So if it's try it. Even whip it down. Interesting. It's kind of cool. I almost think maybe this one would be in the front. No. It's getting a little silly now. All right, I'm just gonna leave that be for now. I think it's an interesting enough thing. I'm gonna let that be for a sec. Let's see. Let's just listen to it kind of in context and make sure that everything like makes sense.
Only want me to stay, even as I'm laying on my side, just waiting here to die like until you only want to see me, yeah, you only wanted me to stay, just to see me bleed out of my eyes, just waiting here to die for you. Let's do it. Now you're gonna see me, gotta save me. You only wanted me to stay. Now you're gonna see me.
Whoa, yeah, I like that. It's interesting though. It almost sounds way cleaner than this one does, in like a way, almost like which one has more energy on it? Like this one just sounds just like wall of noise, and then this one is like a little bit more precision. Interesting. I'm gonna let that be for a sec. I'm gonna let that breathe, because I like the general. You're right, like that's usable as fuck. I mean, if that's not a usable sick drop, I don't know what is. So I'm just gonna save this as real quick just to make sure that I have it in the books. Let's call this sound design back half. Cool. And then one of the other things that I was thinking about is specifically, I mean, it's this intense, and then, I want it to kind of resolve in a way that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just need to fix this transition right now. It's a little lurchy, and then it kind of goes into this like pseudo hard style. I think that wasn't even there before. It was just this. Maybe even put these bass stabs. Could just make them into like hard styley drums. Like, wait. Where's that coming from? Is that right here? Yeah. No, I don't like that. Let's change. Yeah. Oh. Rid of that. Clean up a little bit along the way. Maybe this should just be a little bit more straightforward rhythm-wise, like bum 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 bum. I feel like somehow between this kind of I don't know if the side chaining is just a little bit too much, but it sounds a little like scattered. All this is off, so maybe I'll try doing that. Get rid of that kick. Maybe it's the vocals that are getting really sidechained right here. I think it's also these vocals right here. Yeah, these. Maybe I can take off this. Just to see me bleed out of my eyes, just waiting here to die for you. Now you go. And maybe I don't even know if that's there. Almost like there's a little bit of extra, like it goes. Yeah, right here. I almost just want to keep it. Maybe use that for like a turnaround kind of at the end. Try that like Yeah, exactly. We don't need that in the front. Low pass. I don't think there's all that much. The growl here, I don't think there's all that much going on. Wow. Yeah, this all is probably going to need some limiting and clipping because I think all these are going over the meters. Even my drums right now are going pretty crazy. What I've been really playing around with a lot is gold clip. Supposedly this thing tries to keep the transients like really intact relative to other clippers. seems to be working pretty well. I don't notice like a huge degradation in anything. If anything, it sounds a little bit more glued. Pretty good. Man, I wish it was like this when I found it. I wish that we could do like a video chat or something. You know what I mean? Like the chat is awesome, but it's also like, just text. It's hard to, get exactly kind of the detail of what you're talking about. Just imagining the vocal growl as more crunchy and processed. The vocal. Which, yeah, man, we should do like a joint live or something, or at least just like, let me know we can produce together at some point. Like this part. This part, that vocal, or are you talking about vocal? I'm assuming you meant growl. I see groan. I know the L is pretty close to the N. But let's see. Yeah, wow, 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 wow. Yeah. At the end of the die for you. Oh. I see what you're saying. Die for you. To the too late. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's interesting. I agree in that line, I'm doing false chord screaming. Too light, which is, usually like if you hear that anywhere in a song, it's definitely going to be pretty distorted, because it kind of brings out that tone, that just makes it sound all the more gnarly. But so this song is obviously very hard, but it's going to fit within an album where this is by far kind of the hardest song. It's not a dubstep album at all. It's like stories, different, like a little bit of bass house, a little bit of dubstep, but it's all like, it's all centered around kind of pop music, like pop, almost like, screamo. Obviously there's a little bit of screaming in here, but like if you hear like even earlier in this song, like I'll kind of play the rest of it so it maybe makes sense, but like it's relatively soft. And one of the things I was thinking about just as an overall thing for the album is like Slipknot, when Corey Taylor screams, of course there are undertones of like the really distorted ones that kind of layer on top of his regular vocal, but I almost wanted it to be clean-ish. Like you can it's sitting next to tonally my regular kind of voice, to really just show it as like this is just like normal in a weird way. But I think that one thing that could be helpful, because like, you as the listener, like, if you kind of really expected something, there's something to be said in that. It doesn't mean that I'll change it, because, obviously I have kind of the broader context of how this fits in with the album and the rest of kind of what I'm doing. But, it maybe is telling that, hey, when you hear that, it's a big moment, that's like there's only one or two screams in this whole thing, that maybe your kind of ear expected it to be a little bit more crunchy. So maybe perhaps could try something underneath it. I've done that before, where like maybe I'll do the main scream and then do like a whisper scream, or maybe even like a higher up, like like kind of like a fry scream, but have it be filtered really kind of underneath it, just to give it a little bit more weight. It's something that you're not necessarily, it's more of like a feel than a hearing thing. But I'm gonna write. I'll take that as a note. Yeah, I agree. It is definitely a balance. But it's something that I'll think about. So I appreciate the input. Oh my goodness. Sweet. Oh yeah, here, let me filter maybe. Yeah, exactly. Like kind of a telephone filter. You know what? I can even try it. I mean, like why the heck not? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I have the vocals in a different session just cuz I kind of separate them, but let's just like jank it and just see what happens.
Me to stay, even as I'm laying on my side, just waiting here to die. Like, until I only want to see you.
Try. Let's do HG. And then there's this one preset actually on this Waves SSL from Chris Algae or however the hell you pronounce his name. But it's really useful for Chris Lord Algae filter Vox. It like incredibly compresses and incredibly telephonizes. Let's see if I change the order of these. It could be just like a nice little layer underneath it. Give it some weight. Let's see. Could mess around with it a little bit. Even like let's probably, I think I gave it some high end by putting even give it a little bit of movement, like auto pan or something simple.
You only want to see me.
Play around with it a little bit. I'm gonna leave it there. I'll leave it maybe like a little bit lower volume. But I like that. Yeah, because that's a powerful, literally it's too late. You know what I mean? That's one of the more powerful moments in the song. But yeah, but check it out. It's like, I mean, it's very soft, and then it kind of leads into the little bit slightly gnarly, and then goes back, and then dives back in.
You sharpen your blade with revenge all across your face. Got your EPA stuck in my side. Hope you're happy now, I'm bleeding out, ayy. Yeah, and I just wanted to show you what I was made of. Or maybe just an avenue to prove to myself that my life isn't just a waste of time. And now you say you only want
probably
me
use a little bit more build here,
even as I'm laying on my side, just waiting here to die. Like, until you only want to see me, want to see me. You only wanted to see me.
Need to figure this part out too, but little snappy basses.
Now you say you only want me to stay, even as I'm laying on my side, just waiting here to die. Like, until you only want to see me, want to see. Yeah, you only wanted me to stay, just to see me bleed out of my eyes, just waiting here to die for you. It's till now you're gonna see me, gotta save me. You only wanted me to stay. Now you're gonna see me.
Oh shit. That second drop, I feel like it almost goes, oh, it's just so much, it's just stabbing you in the brain. God damn. Cool. So yeah, that's kind of the general picture. But sweet. So I think there's enough good stuff here between adding that second drop and figuring out kind of how to massage that in this song in a way that like it doesn't, because right now it's very raw. Like it sounds ridiculously awesome, but it's a little bit, it kind of sticks out from the rest of it. So I'll find a way to just kind of melt it back into the fold of the rest of the song. And that might be something simple, like just adding some Foley texture or maybe just a little bit of EQ treatment to kind of bring everything into the zone of the other stuff. But between that, I love that. I love even the outro, just like kind of finessing those drums. Kind of keeps the energy going in a way that is like, you know, it can sound cohesive. I just need to figure out that gap in between the two, but the bricks are there, which is good. And then also Dynamite suggestion to kind of add a little bit of layering underneath here. I'll play around with it. In fact, I'll probably have it a little louder than I would just so I can like really hear it and hear what it's doing to the song. But I think it's kind of a cool addition. So I appreciate the suggestion. Dope. All right. Well, I think this was just about a 30-minute session. I gotta go get some dinner prepped. But this is awesome. So for all of you that joined, thank you so much. Where am I? I'm not looking at the chat, but y'all are right here. Yeah, thank you so much. Honestly, that's why I do these live sessions. As much as it is, you know, for you guys, like I genuinely enjoy. I love talking about music. if it's not insanely obvious, you know, I love doing this. I love showing the process because I think, you know, it's just helpful. I wish more people would do it. So, you know, I'm not, I don't claim to be an expert, but I do, you know, I think it's super helpful just to see people actually doing what they're doing. So, and I love coming here and hanging out with you guys. So thank you very much. I do this just about every day now. So feel free to hop on, you know, or if you're busy, don't worry about it. You know, I'll be back on. So, thank you again. And, as always, cheers to you, your music, and, rock on.